Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Everybody, welcome into the Auburn Blitz here at lunch. We are live on location at Southern Preparatory Academy in Camp Hill, Alabama, right here in Tallapoosa County, premier private school. So if you're looking for a private school to send your kids, this is the place. And again, it's for girls and boys. This is not a military academy exclusively anymore. This is a full-out private school. You can live on campus or you can come and go. You don't have to live on campus, but they do have housing here and they're improving a lot of different things. And every time we come here, there's something different that they're working on. Love their staff, love their head master, principal. I don't know exactly what his style is, but man, you talk about a super person. Great environment here at Southern Prep.
Yeah, right now they're really pushing for enrollment. It's for the upcoming school year that they're having, and they've had plenty of graduates this term in the spring. Their music program, STEM and robotics, JROTC earned the Honor Unit of Distinction Gold Star.
That's awesome.
Lots of great things.
Yeah, lots of great things. Let me see what Nachos and Cheese said. It said, just a heads up, try to watch y'all show while it's not live. You can't. That's odd. It will only show the ending of the show. Like, you talking about the noon show or the podcast, Nachos and Cheese? I mean, when I go back and watch it, it's fine. So there are two feeds on our live show, by the way, that go onto our YouTube channel. I just want to give everybody a note that. So if you go back and watch the one that has the commercials in it from the TV side, you don't get us staying up the whole time. So there are two feeds, and it's the way we have to have it set up. So, if you're having an issue there, I apologize, but we'll see if we can get that fixed. But we are at Southern Prep Academy. We'll talk more about them. Big news on the basketball front, Faith. You and I were over there this week, and you got something I know you'll announce today that's coming out today that we're excited about with your feature. But we were over at the basketball complex and then inside Neville Arena, and we were talking to a few people, and I just asked the question. I said, where are we on some of these guys? And they were kind of like, you could kind of read the tea leaves. And this morning I did the solo pod, and I told everybody that it felt like, any day now, Mantas Rupstavicius from Lithuania could pull the trigger. And that happened literally about an hour after the podcast was over. I think it was around 9 o'clock and or 9:15, 9:30. I can't remember because I was at an award ceremony. But, man, what a huge pickup.
Yeah, huge pickup. This is what this team really needed, and it's going to be a huge asset to KO and Tahad, who are coming back, obviously. But being able to put them in a role to set them up for success and add to them. Now you've got the big guys. You've got out on the wing.
Yes.
You've got Tahad, who probably it looks like is going to be at that point guard position.
Yeah,
maybe.
It looks like he's going to stay there. I mean, you do have a combo guard in Kimball from Vanderbilt. And, this may not be the last, addition to this roster. So there may be another guard that comes in. But, boy, you talk about wing play on this team. I mean, we'll go down this roster in a little bit, but, he is the second international player on this team now with Narcisse Nagoy from France, the 7-foot center. That was the first one to really kind of get this started for Stephen Pearl in the offseason. And I think we were walking back from the football complex.
Yeah.
And we ran into Ted, and Ted's like, hey, we just picked up a 7-footer. And, we knew that this was a priority for Stephen Pearl to get more height. And then why don't you just go ahead and tell everybody what's coming out so we can start talking about what he said to us. We had some good insight from him.
Yeah, so today we will have the episode of On the Front Row with Faith with Coach Williams. And Coach Corey Williams he is an outstanding guy who not only have we talked to him on this noon show before, but getting down and actually sitting, talking with him about his career and his just progression as a coach on this staff from Bruce Pearl to now with Stephen Pearl, and the transition of what NIL and the transfer portal has done for college sports,
Well, he made Michael Jordan who he was.
Exactly.
Didn't everybody know that?
Yeah. And so it's going to be a really good episode where you guys are going to hear a lot of really good things. But, just talking about how having KO and Tahad Blake come back this year or for next year is such a big deal because of the.
Technically, it is this year.
I guess,
just in a few months.
Yeah.
That's wild, isn't it?
Keeping the continuity together and letting those guys be a leader out on the court in different ways is going to be such a big asset to this team. Because of look at how last year everybody came from all over the place. You didn't have that chemistry in that bond. No,
you didn't. And, one thing that Coach Williams told us and, basically knew that when you got past that, your defense has multiple levels. And we were just harping on how bad defensively Auburn was last year and, all the things. But the perimeter defense was not good. So when they got past the perimeter defense, we didn't have the size to swat anything out. So Coach Williams said, we got some guys now that can rim protect a little bit. And so if some guys get downhill on our guards and some of our wings, then we got some protection on that rim, which is massive. And so I think this staff's done a really good job of going out and addressing I don't know if we're frozen or what happened here. So hopefully we're good. Maybe we are. Hopefully we're still going. We're still ticking. So, yeah, we're good. Technology, guys, you just never know. But, I mean, they've done a really good job of addressing the deficiencies of this past year's roster. And so excited about that. And,
again, it wasn't Stephen Pearl's team. So
it wasn't.
That's what you have to think about. Look at what he's going out here and doing in his first real year as a head coach. And we said that the time off is going to be the biggest point to look at him and say, are you fit for this job? Right now, I believe he is living up to that standard 1,000%.
I agree. Look, I think we were all fair on this show. We said we need to all reserve, and I hate to use the word judgment, but that's what it is. You need to reserve judgment on somebody until they can go in there and do it at least one full year. You really need to kind of give them that full year and then another to see a total body of work. And I thought, making the right decision to play in the NIT, Coach Williams talked about that. And, you'll see that on your show a little bit later on. I thought, and I felt the same way. I mean, nobody wants to end up in the NIT, especially after you went to the Final Four the year before. But you make the most out of your situation. You don't take your ball and cry and pout and go home. You vote like the team did. You go play, and then you go win the thing, and you carry the positive momentum. And all the naysayers and all the other programs out there, they're going to take shots at you and go, oh, you won the NIT and all that. That's fine. It's really not about what they think. It's about what you think, and it helped keep some of these guys on this roster.
Absolutely, and not very many teams get to say that they ended their season with a win.
Right.
And whatever that win might be, whatever it might be considered, that says something the way you're finishing out the year.
Right. They needed some positive energy. Like, no doubt. You and I at the SEC tournament, and they play in that they play in Tennessee, and you just felt like you were in the game, and you should have probably had a chance, but it was kind of the same story. Tennessee was a good basketball team, and they deserved to win the game, but we were sitting in the press conference after, and you just could kind of feel it was still lobbying mode for Stephen Pearl to try to get the team in the NCAA tournament. Even though he's come out since then and goes, I know we weren't good enough. We didn't deserve to be there. But my job was to go and fight for my team and try to get us in, and he did it the right way. You and I looked at each other, and I said, are they going to take this NIT bid or not? Because we felt like they weren't going to get in. And I think we even said something on our show, said, are they going to accept this NIT? And I think we kind of sided on the side that we said probably don't need to take it, go ahead and flush this season and start trying to recruit. But, I mean, it ended up being – and I said this probably a month ago, if Stephen Pearl has a solid career at Auburn, you're going to look back at that first year and the decision to play in that NIT, and it could be what propels him to be, the coach he's going to be. I don't know. Time will tell. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see in the future. But that was a major decision for him at the end of this season on what to do with his team. He wasn't ready to flush it. The team wasn't ready to flush it. They went and played, and they won it.
Yeah, well, you'll hear more about it in the interview I had with Coach Williams because, again, I think he is such a unique coach, and he's gone through so many different programs, but also, phases of life when he was on that 1993 Chicago Bulls team where he was surrounded by winners.
Greatness.
And really able to use his knowledge. And a lot of people really take what he has to say as seriously as he means it, because he is 100% just like he speaks wisdom. And you can see that in the video. I was smiling ear to ear when I was watching it and editing it the last couple of days because he just is that kind of person, and his energy does that to you.
Yeah, you've been smiling since the interview. I mean, he is that kind of person, and that's who you want in your program. That's who you want coaching your players. A man of strong faith, and really preaches that in what he does, and tries to instill good qualities and try to look. I know we get caught up in the money situation, but you still. Coaches believe, true good coaches believe they have an influence to shape young men and women, whether you're playing softball or volleyball or, any girl sport or on the men's side or the boys' side. Coaches have a responsibility. Good coaches, all of my past coaches, anybody I've ever been around, you spend so much time with them. You are a reflection of them a lot of times. You really, not just how you play, but in the things that you do in society.
Him as a coach gives me hope and faith in the future because of the guys he talks about going out and recruiting, the conversations that they're having, understanding that you need to get paid, but understanding that who you're getting off the court is what you will be getting on the court.
100%.
So
I think we saw some problems with that this year.
100%. So when you guys go and listen to it, it is a phenomenal, phenomenal video that I had so much fun doing, editing, everything. He's a great guy and deserves all the praise.
Yeah, and it's great. So go check that out on our YouTube channel. That'll be up at 2 o'clock. So we'll talk more about that. All right, we're up against our first break. We are live on location at Southern Preparatory Academy in Camp Hill, Alabama. If you don't know a lot about Southern Prep, we're going to tell you some more about it, and you need to go check them out online and see all the great things they can offer your child if they want to go to a private school. And so many people are choosing private schools now, and this is one that they're making a priority to make it the best experience possible if you choose to come here, choose to send your child or children here to school. All right, up against the break. Stay tuned. A lot more to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet.
Truck Month is now at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We've got fresh new Silverado 1500s and 2500 HDs arriving daily. Plus, you'll get 0% financing on Silverado 1500s right now. Drive Chevy Equinox models from 3.9 financing. But wait, that's not all.
Enjoy no payments for 90 days.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Everyone to the Auburn Blitz. 45 minutes left on the show today. We're live on location at Southern Prep Academy in Camp Hill. Our program, Everything Auburn Blitz, brought to you by
the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm. Her and her law firm work so hard each and every day to make sure that you on the other side are getting what you deserve. We hope nobody is going to be in an accident ever,
right.
But there are plenty of things that you can't prevent. You could be doing all the right things, and you want to make sure you're compensated. And she's going to fight for you, your family, and everybody to make sure that you're getting all the right needs, care, and maybe reimbursements.
Yeah, hopefully none of us ever have to deal with that. But if you do, you need to call on the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm. And her website is glendamitchellawfirm.com. And we appreciate them so very much. We appreciate J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job's too big or too small. And
Sensagreen for air that's cool and clean. Call on Sensagreen before it gets too hot. They are having a huge savings for the 4th of July. And so make sure you call on Sensagreen so that they can come out there and get you a whole new HVAC system.
Absolutely. So Big Cat Weekend coming up this weekend. So it's always a big deal. This is the first one for Alex Golish, and we all talk about how, I said earlier in the week that, when you look at this thing, you can carry some momentum out of this. I know there was a comment over here about, can you really call it Big Cat if you don't have some 5 stars? You do have some 5 stars in the 28 class, and you got several. But you got a boatload of really solid 4 stars that are visiting. Jaden Apprecio Bailey, Junior Tuiupu, and then Carlos May from Ramsey, Jeremiah Culpepper, MJ Evans, the edge from Spain Park. So you've got some really, really good players that are coming in. You got George Lamons that's already committed that will be there. You got Brylan Odor from Riverdale, Tennessee, that's already committed to Auburn as well. And then I think, look, even though he's a 3-star, Nash Johnson, McCurchin over in Georgia, I'm just saying, man, this is a guy to watch. And Jason kind of alluded to that on Monday. Is one that you could see that might announce this weekend, or maybe after, he visits and goes home, processes that. That's one to watch. You also will have Gary Chapman Jr. We've talked a bunch about him over the last several days. The quarterback commit in the 27 class, so you're going to have him there on campus. Look, everything looks different, and I'm not trying to make an excuse. Don't try to read that into it. What I am saying is that it's a different look because this is on the front side of official visits. It used to be at the end of July. Other teams are doing things similar, and maybe you don't get everybody in that you wanted to get in, and you knew there was a chance that would happen. So this is the list of guys, and I haven't listed everybody. I can go through some more. I didn't list any of the 28 players that are going to be in. But hey, look, you make the most out of what you get. There's some really good football players that are going to be coming in this weekend, and I know there's several right there that I just read off that Auburn would love to have commit. Carlos May, Jeremiah Culpepper. I mean, just to name a couple. If you're getting commitments from those guys, your recruiting ranking's going up.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's about just, again, who's going to fit the program and who's going to be right for this team and this program. And honestly, listening to Coach Williams talk about it, it does relate so much to football the same way. And I think that's the kind of head coach that Alex Golish is, in the sense of who he wants to come out there. And there's, like you said, plenty of other camps going on this weekend. And I've been talking to a bunch of coaches right now that are trying to get a handle on a lot of their boys figuring out where they're going this weekend, because a lot more exciting things coming up. But
we are, yes.
There's a lot going on this weekend.
I look at, again, we get caught up in, the rankings of, where guys are. And they do mean a lot. I'm not diminishing that. If you get a 5-star guy, it's awesome. If you get a high 4-star guy, it's awesome. Do they always pan out? No, they don't. Does a 3-star end up being better than they were originally evaluated? Yeah, we see it happen a lot. It depends on how much they change and how much they grow and, how much exposure they actually had. Some kids get more exposure than others in high school. So there's a lot of different factors that go into it. When I look at this offer list for several of these guys, and I'll look at Jaden Apprecio Bailey from Prattville, let's just start there. If you want to just pull one guy up, he's a high 4-star guy. Who's on his list? Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas. He's got 26 offers. Obviously, Auburn right there at the top of his list. He's Clemson and Georgia maybe as his top 2, but he's got Auburn right there underneath. You don't think it's a big deal to have him in here this weekend, to have some of the guys on this roster also talking to him? I mean, from a composite ranking, he's the number 9 player in the state of Alabama. We'll be seeing him eventually at some point in time. So that's a guy that you want. That's a guy that if this is your offer list, you're good with it. So, I mean, I don't care if he's a 3-star or what. You pull up any of these other guys that I just ran down, their offer list, you want to be grouped in with those teams. That's the offer list that you're looking for. That tells you a lot more. And look, we're going to see this happen. Like, it is coming. Gary Chapman Jr., we've seen it so many times. It doesn't matter if it's Auburn or some other SEC team. The first one to the dance, he's on the radar now. So the film comes out and you start concentrating on that. Like, man, that guy's got skills. He's got talent. All of a sudden he gets another SEC offer, and then that leads to another one. And now you look up midway through the football season, he's got 5 or 6, maybe 7 SEC offers, whereas back in late April, early May, he got his first SEC offer.
Right now, we're seeing that a lot at Benjamin Russell. To be fair, that this is what we've been seeing when we go to practice there. Guys that you have been calling forever, but I just laid eyes on last year, saw the progression from them, now see them at practice every day the last couple of weeks, seeing how much better they've gotten. And then you've got so many college scouts out at practice at Benjamin Russell that they're getting offered right after practice.
100%.
And this is somebody that absolutely was under the radar, absolutely is going into their senior year with not nearly as many offers as he needs.
Right. I totally agree. I couldn't have said it any better. When you're on the ground and you see it, like, and you get these coaches and all these evaluators, they can't get to everybody. You know, you have to get, some coaches do a better job of pushing their players out and getting them exposure better than others. So look, it's just the reality of it. All right, we're up against another break. We're live on location at Southern Prep Academy in Camp Hill, Alabama. What a great facility, great location, private school for girls and boys. Just a lot of great things going on here. We'll talk more about it when we come back. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
43rd Alabama State Games, June 12th through 14th, 2026. Compete in Olympic-style events and support Alabama youth sports. Discover the power of sports. Registration opens March 1st at alagames.com.
Back everyone to the Auburn Blitz, halfway through our show today. Again, live on location at Southern Preparatory Academy, and they've got so much good things going on here at Southern Prep Academy. But we also have another really good sponsor. It's always at Half Past, and they always have good stuff going on.
This weekend, they've got BBQ special weekend. So they've got pulled pork, 4 rib bones, half a chicken, or 6-piece chicken wings served with baked beans and potato salad. Brett, guess how much that is?
You know what? I would have an amount that's way over
$17.99.
17.
I'm not kidding.
What?
Yeah. It's
$17.99. I don't know how they do it. I really don't know how they do it. Like, I'm going to stop for just a second and really have like a heart-to-heart with everybody watching and listening. If you haven't been to Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, I don't know what you're doing. Like, they have the best selection of everything. And the pricing, I mean, how much money do we spend in a gas station on the road? Like, you get a bag of chips, a candy bar, and a drink, and it's like $20. I mean, it's stupid.
10 wings yesterday for $17.99 or maybe $16.99.
Right.
10 wings. This is pulled pork, 4 rib bones, either half a chicken or 6.
I don't know how they do
with
all
baked
this.
beans and potato salad.
Yeah,
that is outstanding.
I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. So go check out Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, please, for your own good. Not for us. We already know about it. We already go there. You need to go there. Hey, look, Memorial Day is coming up. Guess where I'll be going?
You're going to be going to Pepper Tree because they've got the burger box that is 6 steak burgers, 6 Conecuh burgers, 1 pack of Conecuh sausage for $65.95.
I mean, no doubt where I'm going for Memorial Day. So,
or you can do their Boston butt.
Can do that. Can do a lot of things.
Or their ribs. Oh my God.
Probably gonna get some ribs. You know, start getting into summer. It's rib season. So
this is awesome.
We had some good ribs this week too, by the way. All right, some big news. Auburn knocks off LSU to move on to the semifinals. They are in the Final Four women's tennis for the first time in school history, Faith. So congratulations to them. You have sat down with 2 of these young ladies and done on the front row with Faith with them. And, you know, DJ Bennett right there at the top, and then Angela Okatoy.
Angela Okatoy.
Yeah.
Those girls are 2 of the most outstanding women that really love the sport. And Angela, who I just did a couple weeks ago,
right,
has gone and won a Grand Slam. She has so much ahead of her, and you know she wants to go back to that. This is the first step of going back to that. This is the first step. So they're both competing in singles, and then they're both competing in the doubles. DJ Bennett and Ava, who I remember her saying that's her favorite doubles partner.
Esposito.
Yes, so. And then Angela and Myrna, who that was also her favorite person to play with too.
I didn't get a chance to go to see you interview Angela, but I did go with DJ, and man, first of all, she's awesome. And she's just a really, really good player. She had to play the number 9. She lost her match in the singles, but she was going up against the number 9 player in the country. She's the number 16 player in the country. LSU, by far, that was the highest ranked player on LSU's roster and team. And, you know, it was close. Lost 6-3 and then lost 7-5 there. So it was a very close match. But DJ has been the anchor of this team for a long time and very, very good. But Auburn just as a whole, really, really solid up and down. They went through and they won the next 3 singles matches, and they won 2 out of 3 on the doubles to get the 4-1 victory. So congratulations to them, and we'll see where they move on. They have a legit shot at winning a national title.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I was talking to Raleigh about it earlier this week and just how well this team has grown and gotten stronger each and every day, and how bad this team really wants to win.
You know, I want to toot our horn for just a second. I don't do that very much. But I will say, with you're on the front row with Faith Features and our passion to cover golf and tennis and track and some of the other sports that don't quite get the notoriety that obviously football, basketball, and baseball get, and softball. We made it a point last year to say that's what we wanted to do. And so many Auburn, administration people came up to us and said how much they appreciate us and how many of the SIDs for each sport appreciate what we do. And look, we don't do it because we feel like we got to throw them a bone. We love it. We love covering these sports. And, you know, there's some things going on in this country right now with NIL that's threatening some of these sports. I think everybody needs to understand the Olympic sports are under assault because of the way things are going with money. And you've already seen some colleges cut their Olympic sports out. Donald Trump just talked about it a few months ago with a committee, and he's worried about the United States as a whole because the majority of your Olympians come from your colleges. And if you do away with them, where are your training grounds going to be? Where are you going to have? And just frankly, so many opportunities for student athletes to go and compete. If you do away with those sports at these universities, where are they going to go compete?
Yeah, it's tough right now with how college sports has taken a big toll. And, tennis is one of those sports that just globally is
huge,
crazy. And the United States has brought so many opportunities for people to get out of their countries and come here to play at the collegiate level and then go and play at the national level, that going back and representing their country. Angela did that herself.
Right. And she's a big deal there. Like,
over in Kenya,
deal.
she's
a superstar there.
The #1 Kenyan player.
Yes.
And then also the youngest. So she's a celebrity when
she really is.
When she walks back over there.
And I'll say one thing, I know we got to go to break, but I just think that, when you look at Auburn as a whole, as an athletic department, we've covered swimming and diving as well. But all of these sports, Auburn has always been really good. I mean, I know tennis is the best, and we've made some really good strides, but equestrian, tennis, golf, won a national title, on the precipice of maybe doing that again. Now all of these sports, track and field, won some individual national titles. That program has taken another step. I was going to say another leap, literally. They've taken another leap. But that would be an extremely sad moment if you didn't have the funding because Auburn hangs its hat on a lot of these sports, and so do a lot of other. I know Florida does. I know Tennessee does. It means something. So Auburn's done well in a lot of these Olympic-style sports, and you just hope that they can continue to keep them in mind as they move forward with the current landscape of college athletics. All right, we're way past the break. We got to go. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations.
Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
Don't get stuck in the heat. Right now, get your AC tune-up for as low as $49. And if your system's older, now's the time to upgrade. Choose your system, and we'll level you up at no extra cost. Hurry! Limited systems available. Call Dixie, and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Back everyone to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left on the show today. Live on location at Southern Prep Academy in Camp Hill, Alabama. Great things going on here at Southern Prep Academy.
Yeah, if you're going to want to enroll any of your child into Southern Prep, they are starting their enrollment for this upcoming year. Pushing that. They've got so many great things going on so far. So make sure you get Southern Prep on your radar. Come tour, do whatever. They are outstanding, and it is the private school in this Camp Hill area.
Yeah, absolutely. Tallapoosa County. I mean, it's the only one. And you look at it, southernprepacademy.org. Go check it out, southernprepacademy.org. They are a faith-based school. I should be able to actually pronounce that, considering I say your name all the time. A faith-based school that cares about every aspect of your child's life. So not just the education part, but it's grounded in a lot of firm foundations here, and great education, great teachers, instructors, great administrators, and that's all you can ask for. So go check them out, southernprepacademy.org. There on the web. All right, Auburn, Georgia, round 2 today. Knocked off last night. 102 pitches for Jake Marciano last night, and he really made 2 mistakes, and they made him pay for it. Two out, solo home runs by Georgia, and that was enough. Normally, you give up 2 runs, and that's all you give up. You feel really good about it. But, hey, Georgia met Auburn's match, and they pitched it just a little bit better. And Auburn had some opportunities. But in the latter innings, like from the 6th inning on, Faith, this really poor at-bats for Auburn that I think, Coach Thompson probably talked to them about last night and today, and the approach at the plate and maybe being a little bit too aggressive and getting in a hole, not making some guys work, and swinging at some bad pitches. I just said this morning, I don't want people to panic yet, but it isn't good that you just scored 1 run against Jacksonville State on Tuesday and you just scored 1 last night against Georgia. This is where Auburn kind of went into that little slump back in, that 2-week period where they got swept by Alabama, lost to Georgia Tech, then finally got things kind of righted the ship. The pitching's always been there, but if Auburn even loses today, you'd love to see that they can score some runs and get those bats going.
Yeah, once they get going and once they were able to come out of that lull that they were in, they were on a straight shot up. Now it's, all right, can you recover? Can you come back from that? Because, again, you had that midweek game. That was supposed to be a flush. That was supposed to be something that you weren't going to look at. Keep that in the past. That happened again last night. You really have to move into the rest of this weekend.
Right.
Thinking, all right, every single at-bat counts. You just got to make contact with the ball, and you got to swing the bat at the right time.
Jackson Sanders coming in, again, another masterful job. Coming in behind Jake Marciano, 3 innings, didn't give up a run, only gave up 3 hits. The pitching's just solid. Jake Marciano, 3 walks last night was his season high. When you only walk 3 guys and that's your season high, it just tells you what kind of control he has. Auburn will have Andres Alvarez on the mound. To me, and this is no cut against Jake Marciano because he's great, but to me, over the last month and a half, Andres Alvarez has been the best pitcher on this staff. And so
I can agree with you.
So we'll see how that matches up today. Again, Josh Donaldson will be having his jersey retired today. Just a tremendous player, really, really good player for the Toronto Blue Jays, also for the Atlanta Braves and some other teams, but just another number out on that wall. He was there at the game last night along with Frank Thomas there. So, Frank Thomas has a statue out in front of Plainsman Park, but saw Greg Olson there last night. I think he and Tim Hudson, Frank Thomas, Josh, all were there, took a picture together. Just so many great players that have come through this program.
Absolutely. So many legends and a lot of remembrance in this weekend, obviously with the jersey retiring.
Yes.
And then also Rod having the booth up there.
The home radio booth, yeah.
Yeah, being named after him tomorrow before the game. Just a lot of really great things happening this weekend.
Yeah, to kind of go back, Josh Donaldson said, it's kind of one of those things that measures to show you all the hard work and everything that you put in, especially, from the time being at Auburn to really developing and becoming who you are, being around the likes of Tim Hudson, Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, Greg Olson, all these guys that were very well known. Auburn men and figures in Major League Baseball. It means a lot. It's something that I definitely don't take lightly. I feel very thankful. Really, after high school, you're going to college. That's really your first time getting out of the house. To me, Auburn's really where it started, the journey for me going into pro ball. So, again, Josh Donaldson, tremendous player at Auburn, went on to have, a tremendous career in the major leagues, was an MVP for the Toronto Blue Jays, and really, really was a solid player his entire time. So congratulations to him. Very deserving to have that jersey retired. All right, we're up against another break, the last break of the show. Stay tuned. One final segment coming up here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open. Located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all. Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
Don't get stuck in the heat. Right now, get your AC tune-up for as low as $49. And if your system's older, now's the time to upgrade. Choose your system, and we'll level you up at no extra cost. Hurry! Limited systems available. Call Dixie, and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz final segment here on the show today, live on location at Southern Prep Academy. And look, hey, we're talking about this world we live in and the safety part of it and all that. When you go to Southern Prep, like, you know that your kids are in a great place. That's one thing that, you know, when we all drop our kids off to go to school, or you have family members whatever. You want to know that they're going to a place that's safe and secure, and you're around good people, and that's what you get at Southern Prep. Look, I can't toot their horn enough. Southern Prep Academy.org online, and you've talked about all the great things that they have going on here, Faith, and
there's so many accomplishments right now. They've had graduates over the last couple of weeks. Their music program, STEM and robotics programs, JROTC earned the Honor Unit of Distinction Gold Star.
How about that? They just had a basketball player last time we were here sign a college scholarship. They're redoing their gym in here. They got a brand new floor. The values here at Southern Prep right there on their website: integrity, accountability, respect, service, and honor. So there you go. That is that's all you can say, man. Like, that's all the things that you want to live by, and that's their standards here. And their motto is they believe in upholding a standard of practicing self-respect and value and traditions of community, and in having confidence and commitment to merit. So
a great program over here, and they've done some really, really great things since taking over. And it's a great private school. We've gotten to see it throughout just these last 6 months. It's been awesome.
They're going to prepare your kid for college. Now, I'll just say that. That's what you want nowadays. And all right, Faith, we will end with a little bit of Big Cat Weekend talk. What do you expect? This thing used to be kind of spread out. This is really going to be a one-day affair. And from an itinerary standpoint, it gets started a little bit before lunch, and everybody kind of checks in. They kind of break everybody up into groups, and they go on a scavenger hunt around campus. I think nothing bonds you better than randomly putting you in a group of 10 and saying, okay, you got all these things that you got to do, and you got to take a picture. Have you ever been on a scavenger hunt like that?
I think they're so much fun. And honestly, like, even doing them, it doesn't matter what age you're at. It gets you talking, and it gets you to be involved with the people that you're with. And it's just fun. You get to learn a lot about people, get to see how dedicated they are, no matter how silly, no matter how little the things might be. You get to see what kind of person it is.
And then the whole time they're learning about Auburn, and they're learning about, because they're having to dive into things and do it. Then that they'll come back and kind of wrap up at the complex, and they'll go over to the Auburn Rec and have a pool party to kind of finish things up. So will that be enough with some of these guys? Will we see Nash? I'm going to say, if I were gambling on this thing, to expect, if you got a commitment from this weekend, to be Nash Johnson. It could be any of those guys that I ripped off. Again, you got official visit season coming up. You and I are about to be on the road for 3 days next week, and a ton of prospects that we're going to be talking to, and you particularly sitting down with and talking to. And we're going to about knock out the first top 5 in one trip. Now, we won't be putting them all out at one time, but we'll be actually getting them all in about a 3-day period. So it's going to be really a whirlwind next week for us. But that kind of starts things off for us heading into the summer. And all these OVs, and you'll be talking to them about what OVs they're going to take. And I saw, like, for Jamison Roberts, to kind of tease everybody, I know he's committed to Oklahoma, but I saw where Georgia's really pushing hard to try to turn him their way. I know Auburn.
It's not over till it's over.
No, it's not. And so, as we talked about earlier in the week, I know Auburn's still really maintaining a relationship and with him. And, why wouldn't you? I mean, we saw him up close and personal last year. Very good quarterback.
That's what's so fun about going and doing these throughout the summer, because of the OVs. And right now we're doing, like you said, the top 5-ish. Within the time of OVs haven't started yet. You're going to see how this summer goes, which guy we've talked to before, during, after, and slowly how different answers start to become, even when they're already committed somewhere.
Right.
Even when, they've been a hard commit for X amount of months, years even. You talk to them about the other OVs that they go on and how cool it is for them.
Right.
And it all changes, really.
I'm telling you, I know with you did Sedarian first last year,
Yeah.
and I know he ended up at Alabama. I get all that. Here's the deal. Who did he talk about the most, though? Colorado.
Yeah.
He went back out there.
Yeah.
Like, he went back. Coach Sanders wasn't there, and so they flew back out there on their own just so they could spend some time with him. And he was, like, enamored. Like, we were all going, man, he might pull the wild card here and go to Colorado.
We were shocked. And then same thing with the hard commits we had last year that ended up flipping. It's just how it goes. And so we're really excited to go. And the ones that we're going and talking to this early on, I think have really hard commits.
Yeah.
Mints to where they're going to go.
Correct.
And it's just only going to change from there.
Yeah,
So
there's
we'll
no
see.
doubt about it. And again, we appreciate all of you that watch each and every day here on the Auburn Blitz. Going to wrap us up here from Southern Prep Academy. We appreciate them so very much. Go check them out online. For Faith Richardson, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it. We'll be out.